Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again so that we've got the PowerPoint back on. So we're going to have a little focus now on rhythm. So last week, I know that we looked at rhythm, or some of us might have. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So some of us might have looked at rhythm last week on the music lesson. But this time not only have I used some words that we can use to say out loud to help us clap the rhythm, but I've also used different circles. So you can see here, we've got like an oval orange shape, and then we've got some circular shapes here, but we've got two. So these are the long sounds. So these are the sounds that have only got one syllable, I like. But then sausage, we've got two syllables. So we've got to break that sound up so it's two short sounds together. So sausage. So they're quite short sounds. So if we put all that together, it would sound like this. I like sausage and mash. I like sausage and mash. Well done. Okay, so if we look at the last part, we've got a different sentence now. We've got chicken and chips and wonderful peas. Okay, so we've got some of those short sounds, and we've also got some of those long sounds as well. And especially here, where we've got wonderful, we've split this up into three short sounds for those three syllables. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so if we have a go at this one, it would sound like this. Chicken and chips and wonderful peas. Let's see if we can do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chicken and chips and wonderful peas. Super. What I want you to do now, I want you to pause the video. I want you to see if you can have a go at these rhythms on your own now. Maybe not saying the words. So if you've got quite good at saying out loud the sentence with the rhythm, then maybe try and take out the talking and see if you can just look at those rhythms now and just clap. Or you could make it even more difficult, and you might want to say, right, on those short sounds, I'm going to click, and on the long sounds, I'm going to click, and on the short sounds, I'm going to clap. So it might sound like this. Okay, I like sausage and mash. Okay, or you might want to clap and pat your head. Okay, so have a little go and see if you can try and make those rhythms a little bit tricky so it's not just clapping. Okay, well done. So now what we're going to do, and this is the reason why I've shown you those circles there to follow the rhythm, because we're now going to have a go at doing a rhythm, but we're going to be playing along with a tune as well. So if I just share my screen, we can see the charanga page where it's got our rhythms. So we can see here it's exactly the same. We've got our long sounds and we've got our short sounds together as well. But now we've got it on a grid. So we can see that the pulse is at the top, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this will help us stay in time. And then we've got the rhythms to follow. So if we just first of all just listen to the rhythm, and then we can have a go at doing it ourselves. So let's have a listen. Let's listen to that again. Okay, so if we can see, we've got those two short sounds together, and we've then got another set of short sounds together. So what a good way to try and remember how to clap these short and long sounds. I always remember, if we look at this long sound first, so we look at this one, I always say in my head or out loud a syllable, a word, sorry, that's just got one syllable. So for instance, T has just got one syllable. But if I then look at my short sounds, I've got two syllables. Okay, so I think of a word that's got two syllables, like coffee, coffee. And every time I then come to my grid and I start looking at my rhythms, I either say out loud or in my head tea or coffee, depending on what the rhythm is. So here I would say coffee, 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 tea, tea. And then it stopped. So have a go. You might not want to say those words. You might just be able to do the rhythm and not say anything. But sometimes it might help you just to stay in time and do the correct rhythm. So let's have a go. We might want to listen to it first and then join in. So I'll let it repeat a few times. Are we ready? Coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Tea, tea. Coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Tea, tea. See if you can do it. Well done. Let's see if we can shuffle it now. Oh, and it's created a different rhythm. Let's have a go at this one then. So now we've got a little pause at the beginning. We've got a bit of a rest, and then it comes in with a T. So we've got 1 and 2 and tea. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Tea. Oh, nope, I've done that wrong. Let's have another go. So we've got tea, coffee, 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 tea, coffee, coffee. Sometimes you just need to listen to it a few times or just even look at it and try and clap it out first. Okay, so if you want to pause the video at any point and just have a go at just getting it into your head, like I just had to do then that's fine. And then when we start to play the video, you could go back and play it again. Okay, let's see if we can do it now with the music. It's sometimes easier when you're playing along with something though, because it keeps you in time as well. Are we ready? If you want to say those tea and coffees to help, you can do. Are we ready? Tea, coffee, 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 tea, coffee, coffee, tea, coffee, 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 tea, coffee, coffee. Well done. How did you find that? Was it quite hard? Was it quite easy? It's a little bit of a step up, isn't it? Instead of seeing the words in the sentence that can help you clap along. So well done. That is quite tricky. So if you manage to do it, super. If you're struggling a little bit, don't worry. You might want to go back and redo this and have another go because it is really hard rhythm. So well done. Okay. So we have gone over our music vocabulary from last week. Can you remember what those two important words were when we were talking about the beat? It was the pulse, well done. And then those short and long sounds that we've just been doing is all about rhythm, well done. Okay, and then we looked at that new word. Can you remember what that one was? And it was talking about the style of music. It was the genre. Well done. So if you want to go away today from this music lesson and look at some other genres, see if you can listen to some genres that maybe you've never heard of before. What makes that genre pop? You might want to look into. Is it because of specific instruments that are used in that particular genre? Is it because it's a slow type of music? Does that make it a particular genre? So you might want to go away and look at maybe some bands that you're interested in and think about what the genre is. And then at the end of the lesson there, we looked a little bit more into rhythm. So taking it that one step up and starting to look at rhythm now. We broke rhythm up into those short and long sounds. Well done. So I will see you again next week for our next music lesson. See you later.